The biggest thing I can tell you, especially in this business, is just be patient. It will come in time if you just hang in there. My name is Dwayne O'Brien, and I'm from O'Brien Flying Service here in Iowa, Louisiana. Been here as an operation since 1972, started by my father. I'm the owner-operator, I guess the ringmaster. We run 4 aircraft. We've got about a 17-man pool of people that work here between mechanics, pilots, loaders, truck drivers, and office personnel. I've grown up here. I've cleaned bathrooms, I've swept floors, and done every job that's out here. Growing up around here, we all were kind of daredevil kids. We all had motorbikes and go-karts and always into the powered motor series. And then from there, growing up around a lot of the World War II era pilots that were here that taught us different techniques and taught us how to fly. You take a little bit from each one of those pilots, and that helps you become the pilot you are today. And now it's our turn to pass that down to the next generation of pilots. Got to college, was going through law school, and I didn't really care to be an inside guy looking at the world outside. Joined the military while I was in college, went through ROTC, and with the only, I guess, request or demand that the only way I'd be in the military was if I could fly. And I only wanted to fly if I could, shoot and tear up stuff. I didn't want to be a bus driver for the sky. I flew attack helicopters for about a 4 or 5 year period, ended up in Central America, working down there. And from there, I got into the special operations side of things. And then things started happening in the Middle East, so they kept me stateside, and I went to Fort Bragg. And luckily, I walked right in the door, and my unit was leaving to go to the Middle East that day. So I walked right into a command, right into the first Gulf War. We did operations in Somalia, all of that Mogadishu operation, and then came back stateside. And at that point, my dad was getting older, he was getting ready to retire. So he said, now here's your opportunity, come back and I can teach you. I came back and I flew, ag extensively for about a 6 to 7 year period. And then in time, try to continue to do that as an operator, but you can't multitask that much and still be safe when you do it. At that point, decided that, I've got good enough pilots and people here. Instead of cutting the pie, 7 ways, we're just going to go with 6, and I'll keep my aircraft as a spare. That tended to work out pretty well. It lets you interface and talk directly to the customer on a daily basis and work out all the logistical details to keep everything running. We've always been an AGCAT operation from day one. We probably had a total of about 200 AGCATs over the lifespan of this company up to this point. And then now we're starting to transition into the 502 XP series to replace the AGCAT. The biggest thing here is power. You always, as a pilot, feel that you're overloaded and you're flying right on the edge of the power spectrum. We've got short strips. We've got probably 55 to 56 remote strips that we work off of other than here. The 502 XP had no problem taking off of strips that were originally built as Stearman strips that the AGCATs could work off of. And with the XP, we can carry that same payload, if not more so than the AGCAT, and still be in close proximity to the field. Looking forward to having a real efficient 502 XP fleet. I like the power, I like the productivity, I like the efficiency. It's a nice new platform, and I wish we'd have had them 10 to 15 years ago. All the pilots, be it young or old, that currently fly it, say it's probably the best machine they've flown as far as the 502 series. It's very comfortable and easy to fly. It doesn't really matter who you are as the owner-operator. The key here is to have the people that represent you and your company. Those people carry the flag of your business. And you've got to have those good people in those positions that know how to represent and do things for your company. First, the safe way, and secondly, the right way. There are quality people everywhere, but you just got to take the time to find them, train them and retain them is what we try to do. My philosophy, don't tell me you can't do anything. Tell me how you're gonna, because it can happen and it will happen. That's the American way. That's what makes America great. We're not a society of people that ever say no.